Did the Bunny hop away from All Elite Wrestling, or did Tony Khan decide he wanted some rabbit soup? Either way, the Bunny, aka Allie, real name Laura Dennis, is no longer part of the AEW roster. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And another one bites the dust. It seems like it's a long time since Tony Khan said he would never fire anybody. He would never release anybody. I guess sometime after that, he looked at his bank account and thought, you know what? I'm paying a lot of people that don't offer nothing to my product a lot of money. And since then, we have seen people leave. He pretended he wasn't going to be the big, bad, ruthless WWE and Vince McMahon. But now we are seeing people leave AEW. And the Bunny is the latest person to do so, as she apparently had a mutual agreement with Tony Khan and AEW that they would part ways. And at this time, there is no other details regarding her departure. Now, Allie did work previously in TNA and Impact Wrestling with TNA, going on the road with TNA, going into a new adventure in 2024, bringing back the TNA name. We've heard that Scott D'Amore says that TNA are going to try and do big things. Is TNA now becoming a legit third place for people to work? And could this be a possible place of employment for the Bunny heading in to 2024?
Well, you need to get a job before Easter, because that is when you make your money as a bunny. But let me tell you something, right? WWE is vilified when they release people. See, when AEW do, no one cares.
Oh, the big bad WWE have just released this person.
No, remember, every year. Oh, WWE spring clearing, they have a family, how are they going to provide? It's a fucking business, right? And see any market sitting in their basement actually caring if someone gets sacked for a wrestling company? They're going to get another, they're just going to go to the other company. Let's not pretend. I mean, they're making it that Vince is cutting off the water supply to their house.
Well, the good news for Allie, the Bunny, is that her husband, her family, one half, still works in AEW. The Blade has not been fired. The Blade still works there for the meantime, but honestly, I would not be surprised if he's next. The Butcher and the Blade.
The Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny.
I mean, the last time I seen...
You want to take a Blade them arrest?
The last time I seen the Butcher and the Blade, they were debuting new ring gear. It looked absolutely horrendous. They looked like they belonged in, like, I don't know, 90s, early 90s Raw.
I wish we were back in that.
It was like two guys in their 50s wearing rocker attire. It's like, what the hell? Oh man, two guys in their 50s wearing gear that you'd expect like the Rockers or the Hardys to wear back in their early days. I don't know, but anyway, Allie leaves the company at 36 years old. I mean, could this be the end of her career? Now, it was a mutual agreement, and we know that the AEW wrestlers get paid a lot of money. They get paid more money than they are deserving. So, I mean, could this be a scenario where maybe Allie wants to leave at 36? If she's not thinking about having kids, she probably should do it really soon. So, I mean, maybe this is her choice, and maybe it's not Tony Khan deciding to get rid of her, because I don't think she is the go-to person. If you could tell me, name one person that needs to be fired or released from AEW, I don't think I would have picked out the Bunny. No, I mean, she's not at the top of the list.
No, but I'm not really bothered by her going, but at the same time...
Did I say I was bothered? I just said I don't think she's...
I didn't say you were, though. I mean, I'm voicing my opinion. We've
all give it.
We've all got one. I don't give a fuck if she... I mean, honestly, there's not one person in AEW that would get released and I'd go, Well, it's just the way it is in here, but if she wants to have kids, because she not just stayed and got paid for it, but again, she's probably been paid...
Well, no, that's me throwing out a suggestion.
Yeah, but here, anyway, maybe it's the TNA rebranding. Who doesn't want to go back to TNA?
Well, she has a two-time knockout champion. So you think she wants to relive the glory days?
Aye. I want to relive the glory days of TNA. Come on.
I mean, let's
not kid ourselves. TNA could very easily hoover some good talent. Well, like some good talent. TNA could very easily overtake AEW. I think.
Is it possible that AEW in the last couple of years have got a bit complacent and they know that they can just hire anybody and book them like shit because there's no other real alternatives out there?
Yeah, I think so. That's been their motto since day one.
Like, because we've seen people like Keith Lee and Miro. AEW can pretend that they've been good to these guys, but they've treated them like shit.
Limitless.
They've been absolutely nobodies. Is there a possibility now with TNA in 2024 that these guys that are hired and employed by AEW, maybe they'll go, you know what? I'd rather go to TNA where I could probably make the same amount of money if I'm going to be a big fish in a small pond, rather than be in a small pond, as in a small fish in AEW.
A small fish in a big pond. AEW, right?
Is AEW? I don't think AEW's a big pond. It's a small pond, but with like lots of feeder.
It's a fish farm.
Right, there's lots of food in it, but it's a small pond. That's the big pond. That's the lake. That's the sea. That's the ocean.
The seven seas of the world, right?
AEW is a lake.
Aye.
And TNA is a paddling pool or something.
Aye.
To you, so yeah, the bunny's gone. Bunny has been decapitated. We're getting bunny soup, I guess. Rabbit. What season is it? Duck season. Rabbit season. Duck season. Rabbit season. I mean, her best moment, apparently, in AEW was her hardcore match, which drew a lot of attention. There was 4 blondes, and I think every single one of them bled, and there was like lots of blood, excessive amounts of blood, and the hair was turning orange and shit like that due to the blood. But that didn't really do anything for her, did it? I mean, remember that match there where she was like busted open and they're all bleeding, and
it's brilliant.
In fairness, a lot of people from WWE came out and said that they didn't like this and it was brutal, and I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I just don't think it was necessary. It was a throwaway street fight. Surely for a bit of blood, there should be a grudge.
Yeah.
They just randomly had 4 women have a
that's the problem with AEW. WWE used to have the perfect balance.
It's like that time when Trish was making fun of Lita having the miscarriage, and then she had a busted nose. That kind of made sense a little bit, you know what I mean? But like these 4 women just decided, you know what, we're going to have a street fight and we're all going to bleed.
Yeah. Blood is like, it's just storytelling though. WWE used to do it perfectly with blood. See now in AEW, Moxley bleeds every game, every match. And it's just, come on, man, sort the blood out.
Yeah, sort the blood.
I have no issue with women bleeding.
No, me neither. But I've got the same issue with women bleeding as I do men bleeding.
I mean, Becky
I think it should mean something.
Probably a problem with this. But let's be real. Her most iconic moment over like the past 6 years is that image where her nose broke.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if her nose didn't break, does she ascend to being the man? Does everything that happened fall into place?
She'd be the woman with a normal nose.
Yeah, so what's your final thoughts on Allie then? What's going to happen to Allie? Born in 1987, she's 3 years older than me. Jesus. Is she going to continue wrestling, or do you think she's done? The fact that it was a mutual agreement.
Well, see, not the
or could she just not be happy with her booking in AEW?
She's like a lower mid-carder when it comes to women. It's not like we're talking, Becky Lynch is 36 years, she done. No one cares. She could die tomorrow. Would it really affect wrestling? No offence, I could die tomorrow. It wouldn't affect anything either, so don't take it bad, Ali, but she's not exactly Muhammad Ali, is she? She's just Ali, who bled once in AEW and is married to a shite member of a tag team. That's my thoughts.
She's also vegan and hasn't ate meat since 2000.
I take it back. I'm fucking superior to this.
And she hasn't ate any meat since 2014. So almost 10 years.
And she's tag team partners with a butcher. What's going on there?
Butcher on the Blade. Strange one. Anyway, guys, the Blade has been taken to the bunny. That's her gone. She might go back to TNA, or she might just call it quits. Who knows? Probably made a decent amount of money.
TNA probably can't afford meeting or catering, so that would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, just eat leaves, rabbit food, and that will go perfectly for the bunny. Anyway,
trees and leaves. My name's Rikishi. Have a bit of the quiche.
Yeah. Till next time. Peace.